A man digs through the rubble and finds an old liquor bottle. He checks the production date and he's thrilled. If he can trade this with a collector, he might get at least 2 kilos of chicken. In this resource-starved future, a bottle like this is a relic. It all started when aliens invaded Earth, wiping out 95% of the population. The survivors were forced into underground bunkers to stay alive. To protect what's left, they built watchtowers around the bunker and set up a defense system operated by trained sentries. Each tower holds only one guard, completely cut off from the world, with duty rotations every 100 days. This is Sam's first stint as a second-class soldier. He trained hard, but standing in front of the tower, he's a nervous wreck. He almost opens fire just from hearing a bird. Sam manages to unlock the gate, but the inside is a disaster zone. It looks abandoned, and his gut tells him something is wrong. He tries to call the previous guard, but there's no answer. He heads upstairs and boots up the monitoring system. After identity verification, the system briefs him on the protocols. Sam memorized these, but he needs to know where the last guy went. The system just says the previous guard already left. Sam doesn't buy it. He wasn't assigned here through normal channels. He was sent on an emergency basis. But with the system tight-lipped, he's stuck. It reminds him to report to base every 12 hours and to stay inside the designated area. Sam checks the rest of the tower. The living quarters are just as trashed as the ground floor. Glass everywhere, like there was a massive fight. He cleans up and organizes the shelves. By 7 in the evening, he reports to base. He mentions the mess and a broken exit gate, but they tell him to relax. It's normal. That just makes him more uneasy. At night, he scans the perimeter with the searchlight. The silence of the darkness is suffocating. He dreams of children laughing, but a cold, mechanical voice wakes him up. He survives his first day. 99 to go. He cleans up and checks the monitors. One screen is flickering. He watches it like a hawk, but no aliens. Time drags on. Night falls again, and he chokes down some gross rations. Suddenly, he sees a black shadow move in the corner. He investigates, and it's just a mouse. Having another living thing around makes the isolation a little more bearable. He reports to base, but that night, the dream of the children returns. The following days are just a loop of the same routine. 13 days down, 87 to go. The mouse is his only friend. He offers his helmet as a nest, but it's too hard, so the mouse heads back into the pipes. Sam watches, disappointed. Suddenly, the alarm blares. The system delivers bad news. Another tower was destroyed because a guard wasn't paying attention. The aliens wiped everyone out. All sentries are ordered to stay on high alert. Sam stops playing with the mouse. He realizes that one slip-up could cost hundreds of lives. He locks onto the screens, his mind stuck on that flickering one. The system says the defense perimeter is secure, but Sam is spiraling. He zooms in on the footage, looking for anything. He tries to report it to his superiors, hoping for answers, but they tell him to pipe down and cut the line. 16 more days pass. A third of his shift is done, and the loneliness is hitting hard. To cope, he talks to the mouse, which bites him, but the pain reminds him he's still alive. Just then, the alarm triggers. That same flickering screen flares up and dies. Sam grabs his gear and rushes out. He moves through the brush, listening to every sound, not realizing he's being watched. He reaches the monitor point and finds the battery is dead. He swaps it out, and the feed comes back. The tension was for nothing, or so he thinks.
On the way back, he hears a strange guttural growl. He's sure he heard it. He tracks the sound, weapon raised, but finds nothing. Only a dead crow hanging from a tree with an ID card attached. As he picks it up, the alarm sounds again. Sam masks up with his oxygen tank and scans the area. He stops. There's fresh snow that hasn't melted yet. He picks it up, grinning like a kid. Back at the tower, he reports the finding. He suspects the aliens killed the crow, but they brush it off. Then he brings up the ID card. They stop denying it now. He demands to know what happened to the previous guard. They claim he's fine, just sick and undergoing treatment at base. They tell him to focus on the mission and cut him off. Sam don't believe a word of it. 6 days later, he returns to the tree. Toxic gas starts venting from the ground. He masks up, ready to bolt, but then a growl echoes from behind him. He spins around, nothing. He turns to move, and the sound hits him again. His skin crawls. He grips his gun, seeing a figure moving in the brush. He shouts a warning, but there's no one there. If not for the broken branches on the ground, he would have thought he was losing his mind. That night, he reports it, but the answer's the same. The perimeter's clear, No intruders. They figure the rookie is just nervous and hallucinating from the gas. But is he? Questions start piling up. He tries to keep busy, but a discovery in the storage room pushes him to the brink. On the wall behind the shelves, there's a blood stain. He moves the shelf, grabs his tools, and measures it against his own head with his gun. It looks like a self-inflicted gunshot wound, something no animal could do.
As Sam scans the area, a CCTV camera catches his eye in the corner. He tries to access the footage, but the system denies him. Insufficient clearance. The mystery inside the tower keeps deepening. Sam gets an idea. There are locked cabinets in the living area. He tries picking the locks with a wire, but eventually just uses brute force. Inside, there's nothing but clothes, a walkie-talkie, and a diary. The diary has no text, just photos. The first is of that dead crow, then pictures of the mouse. He flips through it, intrigued, until he hits a strange pattern, a layout of his tower and the one next door. After this page, the owner's mind clearly snapped. The entries become erratic and nonsensical. Halfway through, the writing just stops. Sam spends days studying it, but it leads nowhere. He decides to investigate the neighbor tower, but as soon as he hits the perimeter, he collapses in agony as the alarm blares. They'd implanted a chip in his leg before he was sent here. Any attempt to cross the boundary triggers a massive electric shock. The alarm keeps screaming until he crawls back inside, but his curiosity is only growing. He climbs a tall tree and signals the other tower with a high-powered flashlight, but it's too far, no response. He heads back and dives into the monitoring footage. Suddenly, the screens cut out and the tower goes pitch black. Sam grabs his gun, on high alert. He hears banging at the door, sprints outside and opens fire. Bad luck, he only kills a bird. Power returns and he reports it to the brass. He suspects aliens, but they insist it's just a glitch and promise to send a technician. Once the call ends, Sam checks the playback. A second before the power cut, a dark shadow appeared behind him. His blood runs cold. He tries to dismiss it as a hallucination, but the fear is eating him alive. In his agitation, he accidentally cuts his finger. Right then, the walkie-talkie in the med kit crackles to life. It's a sentry from the neighboring tower, but as soon as they realize Sam isn't the previous guard, they cut the connection. He tries to call back, but nothing. The lights start flickering again. He presses the brass on when the tech is coming, but they claim there's a shortage and tell him to just suck it up. He only has 35 days left. Sam sits in the silence, wondering if he's truly alone. Scanning the perimeter to distract himself, he spots an abandoned underground structure. He sneaks inside and finds two people hiding. By the rules, he should turn them over to the shelter, but they don't trust him. They bolt. He tries to chase them, but the chip in his leg drops him to the ground in pain. He reports it, and the brass strictly orders him to send them to the shelter at all costs. Frustrated, Sam starts talking to the mouse, pouring out his misery, half imagining it might actually answer. Suddenly, he hears footsteps outside. He grabs his gun, goes out, and finds a stray wild cat. One shot, one kill. For the first time, he eats something other than rations, and his strength starts to return. He climbs the tree again, trying to contact the other tower, but fails. On the way back, he gets caught in toxic gas. No mask this time. He pushes for the tower, but human lungs can't beat the wind. His vision blurs, and he sees that monster shadow again.
He's too weak to move, but strangely, the creature doesn't attack. After coming to, he radios the other side, convinced the monster is behind the previous guard's disappearance. Back at the tower, he's lost in thought when a knock at the door breaks the tension. It's the technician. He takes one look at the tower and remarks that while it's a mess, it's better than the last one, which was completely wiped out by an alien attack. The tech notices the diary, getting emotional. He mentions the owner promised to draw him something. Sam asks what he was like, and the tech says he kept a mouse and was a strange guy. Sam pivots and asks about the shadow on the monitor. The tech dismisses it as a program error caused by the power outage and tells him not to be paranoid. His behavior puts Sam on edge. Is there really an alien threat, or is it all a government lie? The guy starts fixing the wiring, gets annoyed by the mouse's squeaking, and kicks it against the wall. Sam explodes, rushes over to check on it, and the tech sneers, "You're turning into that crazy mouse lover, aren't you?" Sam doesn't care. He's just relieved the mouse is still moving. The guy's mockery pushes him over the edge. Sam levels his gun at the tech, ordering him to override the system and show the previous day's footage. The guy refuses. Sam beats him and forces him to apologize to the mouse. He starts the hack. 10 minutes later, he's through the first firewall, but the next level requires a code from another tower or hacking all 6 at once.
Sam doesn't care about the logistics. He wants answers. Seeing Sam's instability, the tech lunges and stabs him in the gut. A desperate fight ensues. Despite his wound, Sam overpowers him and chokes him to death. He didn't want to kill him. He needed info. Sam demands to know if he's seen the aliens. The guy points to the scars on his throat, claiming they're from the creatures. He says his helicopter crashed in the desert, his whole team was slaughtered, and when he found his partner, his ears had been cut off. He says they're unstoppable. Later, the wounded partner died in a dust storm, and the tech was rescued. He begs Sam not to look for them. It's a terror beyond human comprehension. Sam sits in silence, locking the body away and tending to his wound. The alarm blares. He hides the situation from his superiors. Once the line is dead, the walkie-talkie beeps again. Sam finally convinces the other guard to hand over the password. He breaks the second firewall and finds a mountain of encrypted data. It's all new to him. Sam realizes he might be losing his mind, but he tells the other guard his suspicion. What if there are no monsters? The other guard goes dead silent, because he hasn't seen them either.
Sam starts suspecting that sentries like him are nothing more than disposable toys. Maybe rations are low, or there's another dark reason, but the brass wants them to lose their minds so they end up destroying themselves. And those orders to look for survivors, that's just entertainment for the elites living in luxury back in the bunker. But the voice on the other end of the radio shuts him down. He claims this is his second rotation, that everything was normal when he finished his first 100 days and returned to base. Sam is convinced the guy's brainwashed. None of the system's data makes sense, yet everyone follows it blindly. Instead of arguing, the guy just plays a song to calm Sam down. 10 more days pass. 7 to go, and he's free. But Sam is hitting his breaking point. The slightest noise sends him into a rage, and even the system's routine notifications drive him crazy. He no longer believes the monster stories. It's all a government psyop. In a fit of fury, he smashes his equipment, but when he cools down, he realizes he's killed his only companion, the mouse. Sam breaks down, stepping out of the tower, still in his undershirt, just to be near the dead creature. Right then, he hears a low, guttural growl close by, and a black shadow charges at him. Sam snaps back to reality and scrambles into the tower. The shadow stalks him, but Sam remembers where he killed that wild cat earlier. He uses the rotting carcass as bait and manages to take the beast down. But then, Sam's eyes lock onto the monster's neck. It has a sentry tag on it. In an instant, it clicks. This monster was the previous guard. The web of lies unravels. He confronts the technician, who insisted he was the sole survivor, with no one to corroborate his story. Sam realizes the tech and the brass are in on it. They concocted these horror stories to keep the sentries terrified, driving them to seek safety within the organization's reach. The tech calls Sam a lunatic, claiming he's lost his mind and demands to be let go. Sam tells him he'll only go free if he reveals how to disable the perimeter defense. The tech warns him, dead serious, that if he does that, everyone dies. Sam believes it's the only way to break out of this cage of lies. He radios another sentry with his plan. The guy thinks he's crazy at first, but once he hears the previous guard turned into a monster, he starts to hesitate. Maybe Sam is right. The next day, Sam gears up, fully loaded and desperate to save whoever is left in the bunker. He gets the override code from the tech and lets him go. That night, Sam hits the perimeter, ignores the agonizing pain of the chip in his leg, and cuts the power line. The defense shield drops. He sprints toward the neighboring tower, but when he gets there, the door is ripped off its hinges. Inside, it's carnage. The sentry he was just talking to is now just a pile of meat. A deafening roar follows, ringing in Sam's ears until they bleed. As the sound fades, he looks to the horizon and sees waves of missiles headed straight for the bunker. Sam realizes he's made a massive mistake. He races back toward the bunker, but collapses halfway there. Suddenly, the technician he let go shows up, pulls him into a vehicle and floors it. But a second later, a monster slams into the car, swallowing it and the technician whole. Sam runs for his life, but with the shield down, the area is swarming with monsters. Alien attacks are everywhere. He barely makes it into a secure bunker and seals the inner bulkhead. Sam is a wreck. His hands are shaking. He can barely hold his gun. The monsters start slamming against the outer door, tearing through the concrete.
They breach the room. Right in front of Sam, a single gunshot rings out. That's where the movie ends. Released in 2017, 100 Days of Solitude is a low-budget sci-fi thriller. It starts strong, building suspense over whether the monsters are even real. The lead's performance captures the raw intensity of isolation and survival, even with very little dialogue. But the final twist is a bit messy, and the story is riddled with plot holes. All in all, it's a middle-of-the-road flick. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. Your likes, comments, and subs are what keep us going. Catch you in the next one.